Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts. I hope everybody's doing great today. Hey you guys, I am redoing a video that I had posted today that was terrible. And I can admit to that. I was totally off camera for most of the video and I was so bummed when I started getting comments. Problem is, I didn't really look at the video when I edited. I just put it all together and put it up because I was in a hurry, and my bad. Not a smart thing for me to do. So we're going to redo that video. So how about that? So we're going to make some flowers, and I can show you. These are the flowers that I made. Let's see. I made this one here. Super pretty, and I made another one. I don't remember which one. Oh, I made this little rosebud in the last video. These were some that I had made before I did that video, and I did some of the little peony flowers. And you know what? I need to make a peony and not a rolled rose, and one of these roses. So that's what we're going to do today. I might do the rose a little bit differently, but I'll put pictures of all of these flowers up. And then in that video, I also showed, these are a couple of ribbon roses that I made, and they turned out exceptional. I just think these are so, so, so pretty. I do not have any satin ribbon. I have one piece left and a few cutoffs where I might be able to make one in another video. So I'm going to see if I have enough to do that for you guys. If not, I'm going to have to wait till I get my ribbon. So I don't know when that one's going to be, but I do want to do a video on that because they really did turn out pretty, and I want to do some other colors. The red was the only color I had. This is like a red wine color. Not even really a wine, kind of a wine color. Anyway, so, so, so pretty. And then, you know what? I should put these in the bag for now. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys, my friend Deanna had asked me to check out a channel. It's Crazy Crafters Adventures, and I'm going to put her link down below in the description menu. Now, this gal is fairly new to YouTube, and she's trying to grow her channel. She just hit 500 subscribers, but we want to help her to get more. So I had told Deanna that I would for sure mention her channel on mine, and she does a lot of like little adventure trips. She's got some little chickens that she's raising, and she calls them raptors. So cute. And she does mostly cards and things like that, and I think she does some journals as well. But anyway, she's real cute, and you know what? I'm always up for helping another crafter get their channel moving if I can. I don't have that many subscribers myself. I'm trying to get to that 10,000, you guys. We're getting there. We're going to get there hopefully by February. And then I will do my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I already did my 9,000, and my friend Kim at Daily Bread won that prize. So we're gonna do the 10,000 subscriber giveaway as soon as we reach that number. So it'll probably be in February, I'm guessing. And then I've also got my Etsy shop giveaways that I'm still gonna do, but I had to redo this video first, and then I will do my Etsy shop giveaways, and we will be set for finishing up 2023. So yeah, we'll get that all done. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you guys real quick. I've been working on my thankful and blessed little words, and here's what I've been doing. These three here are done. These three thankful ones are done, but as you can see, I added some resin. Let's see if I can get the sheen to show. There we go. I added some resin to the tops of them and they came out so beautiful, you guys. These are just gorgeous. And I love using these on the top of memory boxes and things like that. And so I'm going to finish these up. I've got several to do. I still have these that I need to finish. I'm going to keep a couple for myself. My friend Sherry sent these to me and I absolutely love them. Any inspirational word that I can use in something is awesome. And then I've got these two blessed ones started. This one I added a little butterfly with an angel in the middle. Isn't that cute? And then this one here, which these two are not finished yet. So I'm working on those, and also I'm working on a little butterfly. I've got one of my little silver butterflies here, and I added a metal silver butterfly with an angel in the center with some rhinestones and stuff on it. I'm not done with this yet. It's still got the sticky back and everything, but isn't that going to be cute? It's going to be beautiful. And this will be for sale in my Etsy shop when I get it done. I just started doing a whole bunch of different things. Look at this bumblebee, you guys. I finished this. I'm working on some more bumblebees as well. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous bumblebee. I think this is one of the prettiest ones I've done. Now, it is in red. I know that some of you don't do a whole lot in red, but let me tell you what. This bee turned out just beautiful. So I've got another one that I'm working on here, and this is going to be gorgeous. And then I have some other ones. I have to cut them out and get them all ready to go. That's one of the next things I'm going to do. I'm actually considering using some bumblebees as one of my giveaways for my Etsy shop. So I think my buyers love them. And so I think that I'm going to use a set of these bumblebees to go on there. And this is a triple bumblebee. So you can see this one's got 3 sets of wings. There we go. You can see in between. So this is a triple one. Super, super, super gorgeous. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started on these real quick. These are my medium organza cutoffs, and the way that I do these is I take, this is an 1.5 inch organza ribbon, and I'm going to take and cut this about 2 inches, maybe 2¼ inches, about like that. I'm going to make sure it's straight on both ends. I cut that. So I've got a piece like that. And all we have to do on these, and I actually take this ribbon and I will get the size that I want, fold it over. Let me see, this is not cut straight, so let's straighten that out. Okay, so I will take it and I'll fold it over and just continue folding it over. Probably 10 or 15 times, actually, you guys. Just keep on, because I want to cut as many as I can at one time. And again, these are going to be the medium-sized ones. I don't know how many times I folded that over. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to cut that off there. And I've got this all together like that. I'm going to hold it in the middle. And all you need to do is cut it at both ends. And you guys, I'm going to stay on camera for this through the whole video. I am going to pull you in just a little bit closer. And okay, so I've got these all cut, and I'm going to take this and split it in half and take 1/2, and I'm just going to round out one end. So I'm just going to take it like this and cut a half circle. I'm going to cut it off over my trash can, because I'll tell you, this organza sticks to this silicone mat. So that's what those look like. So we're going to just go ahead and we're going to do the other stack. We'll do our half circle. And this is not a wired organza, you guys. This is just a plain organza ribbon. Okay, so now we've got all of those done and ready to burn. So in the burning process, it's super duper easy. I bought myself a new little lighter thing the other day when I was at the store, because my regular lighter ran out, so that needs to go in the trash. And my other one like this ran out. Everything ran out. And you don't want to use your torches like this, you guys. The fire is too hot and comes out too strong, and it will make them not look nice. So I'm going to use this. Look at how great this one is. It's a little bit high, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I just want a small-ish flame like that. And I'm just going to take it and go around the edges. And I'm going to actually touch the organza. And that's okay. And just get it to where it turns in just like that. So that's what we've got. And we've already got a whole bunch of these made. I'm going to do one more so you guys can watch. Make sure I am in the limelight here, and just go along the edges. I'm a little bit further away from this than I usually am when I'm doing it. I usually have it almost up to my face so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got one more. And that's all you're going to do, and do as many of these as you want to be prepared to make more flowers. So these ones, I think I'm just going to put back in my bag. And I'm just going to have a whole bunch of done ones out here. And we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Let me read my inspirational quote for today. A flower does not think of competing to the flower next to it. It just blooms. Isn't that sweet? And I know you guys know I'm not a competitor. I don't compete with other people. I enjoy encouraging other people that do the same thing I do. I want everybody to be successful. So don't compete with other people. Be yourself. Do your own thing. And yours is always going to be different than the person next to you. Doesn't make it better or worse. It's just different. So remember that, you guys. Okay, so the first flowers that we're going to do, this is going to be real simple. Make sure you've got your glue gun and some glue sticks available. And I'm going to try not to get this all over my newly done nails. Look at you guys, I did my nails. And I added some of my little rhinestones and stuff to them. I just went crazy. I've got some nail charms. Some of the ones that you guys have given me. My friend Robin. I got a cross on this one. And let's see, I put bows on my thumbs. Aren't those cute? And then this one I felt was a little bit big for the nail, because you can see it really sticks up there. Not crazy about that on the nail, but it's stuck on there. And that's that. But I did them myself, you guys. Isn't that cool? I have some other ones. I bought some other nails to do, but these are on here like crazy, and I don't think they're coming off for a little while, so I think they're gonna last a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna move stuff over. I do not need my lighter anymore. I'm just gonna try and get some things out of my way here. All right, so all I'm gonna do is, for the first one that I'm going to do, I'm just going to be gluing these together just like this. I'm not going to worry about, oops, and they're going to go straight across, just like this, kind of overlapping each other. I'm just going to go just like that. Pop that on. And we're going to make a strip, basically, of these. And what I should do is get my little silicone spatula out here, and we're going to use this to glue these down. So that way maybe I don't have to touch them. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Put that on there and just tap it down, just like that. And that works marvelous. So you guys, I wanted to talk to you about something else. My friend Debbie over at Bird's Place, she's going to have a sale in February. And, you know, since the whole hacking incident over at her old channel, she's been trying to get things going again with her new Facebook page, and she hasn't gotten all of the old people back, and things are not going quite like she had hoped they would when she started it back up. So Debbie, she's going to have her February sale, and then I don't know what she's going to do after that, you guys. So I'm going to ask you all, please support Debbie. If you're looking for your paper roses or your bling or lace or things like that that you need to do your crafting, give Debbie's Facebook page a look before she does her February sale. Because what she does is she does a sale once a month. That's it, you guys. It's once a month, and it's on a Saturday night. And I'm starting to think that maybe that's why people are not showing, because they're forgetting, basically, is what's happening. They're forgetting about the sale because it's not something you're reminded of constantly. And so you're not getting over there to be a part of the sale. So I'm going to do this about that long, and I guess I've got 15 inches there. And so this one is going to be, now I may be doing this in 2 parts, you guys, because really what I should do is I should take the bottom section. In fact, I think I'm going to just do that. I'm going to do the bottom section, and this rose I'm going to have these petals going in a downward direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little glue right here in the middle, and this is what I did in my other video too. I'm going to fold that over like that. I'm going to put a little bit more glue there, and I'm going to fold this one back just like that. So we have it basically folding over to the right. So let me do this again. I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it with a little glue. I'm going to fold it backwards just on one side, you guys. Just on the one side. And I need to get several of these done, so we're gonna go for it here. I should have had this figured out ahead of time, and I could have made a whole bunch of them ahead of time, but I didn't. And maybe what I'll do is I'll stop my camera and I will do a fast forward section, so hold on. So again, I will, I would love it if you would all, never mind, I'm fast forwarding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you guys, so I've got the strip and I've got my first big row of 7 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I didn't get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do one more petal here. I would have sworn I did 7. 7. Okay, and then our second section, which is 6 petals, and our third section, which is 5. And I have got to get the strings off of these because they're going to drive me nuts. I know it's near impossible to get them all off. And this one needs a little swipe of glue right there. And this one. So, and then this one has 5. So we're going to do 3 rows using these. So let's go ahead and get started. And all we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to keep my spatula out, and I'm going to put a little glue in the corner and glue, whoopsie, I almost did it backwards. Glue this next petal just like that. So we're just going to glue these all on there. Putting the left side that's still flat, that we didn't glue a flap on, That's going to go over the top of the right side of the petal before it. Oh my word. Oh, there's that other petal that I lost. I knew I had done 7. Okay. So now we're just going to keep on going. And here I go, getting off the page again, which is the reason that I am making this video over, because I spent the entire time back here, not in camera view. So, and I'm actually doing these slightly different in that, in this one in particular, I'm going to do the other one with the petals going upwards to look like the peonies flowers. But this one is going to be more of a rose. So we're doing 2 different kinds of flowers here. And we'll just go ahead and we'll use that extra petal that we have, that we have here, just because we can. And have some extra petals for the end, you guys, because you're almost always going to want to add. I've got to stop this. I know what's happening. My camera is like slipping. You see there? I should be right there. And there's where my camera wants to be. So I am going to very quickly fix that. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I think I've got it. So now I can be right here a little bit further down where I can see what I'm doing. Okay, and we've got one last petal here that's going on to this one. Just like that. Get yourself one of these spatulas, you guys. This has been a godsend for me. Debbie sent it to me, and it has helped me so much. I'm just noticing that I did this one upside down. Okay, so I've got somebody outside my window here that is talking very loudly to my husband. So I'm sorry, you guys, if it gets a little too loud. Must be one of the neighbors out here talking to him. Either that or he's on the phone, and my husband is not quiet when he gets on the phone, you guys. And probably not thinking about the fact that I'm in here doing a video. He does know I'm doing a video, but he's probably not thinking about that. Okay, so we have our first layer. We're going to just set that aside right there. Next layer is 6 petals. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have these going in a downward direction, just like the other ones. Next. And once you get going on this, it goes pretty fast. And I do love making flowers, you guys. That's the thing, you know, with Debbie, she's thinking about pausing Bird's Place, you guys, because she's not getting enough people to her sales. And she works really, really hard to put those sales together. And it's been a little bit deflating for her because she's working so hard to get them together and people aren't showing up. So it's been rough on Debbie. And you know, you guys, Debbie's been through so much in this past year. She lost her son to cancer, and she's been trying so hard to just get through that whole thing. And I mean, you guys, I can't even imagine what it's like to lose your child. I mean, there's nothing in this world that I can think of that would be worse than losing your children. Nothing. And so my heart just breaks for Debbie. And now for this, it's the money that she gets helps to pay for her to foster kitties, and until they are either rehomed or some of them live with her forever. And she's just a great little kitty mom. And you know, Debbie, God love her heart, she has got a heart of gold. And she would do anything for anybody, and she's just the kindest person. And my heart is just breaking for her that things are not going great in general, you know, for her. And she's just been through so much. So if you guys would go over there and keep a check on her channel to see when she's going to do her February sale, and at least get over there for the February sale and do some shopping, because Debbie would greatly appreciate it. She can use the money for her kitties, and she does want to continue fostering them. And if she can't make this fly, then she will at some point either have to find another way to be able to afford, you know, what it takes to take care of the kitties, you know, as far as funding. Because, you know, if you've got one kitty, it's one thing, you know, but when you've got several kitties that you're trying to parent, it can get expensive, you guys, between shots and all of the other things that you have to do to take care of them, you know, feeding them and all of the other things. If something goes wrong, you know, you have to get them to the vet, and it's just, it can be very expensive. And a lot of the kitties that she does get, I think, have health problems. So that's the other thing. You know, she's taking the kitties that other people are not taking because they don't want the expense of the health problems. I think I'm going to put another one on here because this just doesn't feel like enough. And I've got a charm stuck to my glue gun there. Okay, in half and then over. And so let's get this one on here. And then I'm going to glue these last two together just like that and overlap those two petals. Press it down. So there we go. We've got 1, 2, and 3. And then we've got our strip here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 3 together. So that's going to be fairly easy. Just going to put glue around the bottom one. Make sure our flowers are pointing down, you guys. And try to get your petals in between the petals on the one that you put down first, so that it looks fuller. And this is where you might decide you need extra petals in the bottom section, you know, because it's not full enough or what have you. So you will decide that after you get these 3 together. So there we go. That actually looks pretty darn good. I can see maybe right here I've got a couple of spots that I feel like maybe I might like to fill in a little bit more. So I'm just going to make a couple more petals here to put on the back side. And this is nice because I've got my silicone pad underneath me, and this glue comes right off of that. So that's an awesome, awesome thing. So I'm going to put one right here. Make sure I get it in a good spot. Okay, and then I want one right here. And as I do this, sometimes I tend to go all the way around and I end up putting a whole nother layer of buds on, petals on there, which is fine. I try not to do too much, but this one actually looks really good after putting those two on. Maybe one more right here. I see one more spot. And then after that, we're going to be good. And where did I see that? Get the strings off. Okay, where did I see that? Right here. Yeah. So we're going to put one more right there. There we go. Okay. Another thing that you might see sometimes is, this is pretty round, but sometimes they'll get kind of an oval shape. Just put more petals on the ends that are squished together and you can get your round shape. So there's that. Now, what you could do, you could make this done and then take, where did I put my box? I don't know if I put them in here or not. I think I might have put them somewhere else. I did, and I can't remember where I put them, you guys. I put my centers, but I knew I wasn't going to use them here. Okay, here's one here. You can just take and put a little gem in the middle and call that done. Now, a lot of times I like to take my, especially if it's a rose, I like to put a bud in the middle. So that's what this is going to be for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to start rolling it, and you can see already how that's forming a bud. Let's get you just a wee bit closer, right about there. So, and I've got my camera in a great place. Oh my word, this is awesome. So I'm just going to start, actually, I'm going to bend this down so that I have a little tail on this side. I'm going to try not to get this glue on my fingernails because it's going to be terribly hard to get off. I've already gotten it in a couple of places, but I'm going to try to do better. Yeah, I've got it sticking inside these like crazy. Just from starting this. Okay, that's all right. Work goes on. So I'm just going to keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep that flower rolling. So you can see it's really turning out quite nicely. Look at that. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get this bud exactly where I want it to be. I'm just putting a line of glue, and I think I'm going to just roll this right on top of my mat. Okay, so there's our tight bud in the middle. So now we're going to kind of start loosening it up a little bit. So now I'm just going to kind of gently just press it to the back, and you can see these petals can just kind of fall back a little bit. Okay, and just keep on going. See that? And this one, I think I'm going to go backwards just a touch to start the next petal in a good spot, like that. And then we'll start rolling again. And you know what, you guys, you may find that you want to add some more to this, you know, just kind of depending on how heavy you want your bud to be. But I'm just kind of, right now, I'm kind of squishing it back towards the petal before, just to kind of get it more full right now, or thicker, I should say. Not necessarily more full, but thicker. Because I've only got a little bit left on this. Now, again, I can add more if I want to. So I'm not worried about that at all. But I'm going to try and make this bud and call it finished when I'm done. So right there, we've got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bud. Now, this bud is basically like the one I made in my other video. So I don't have to make another rosebud to show you. Now this, we could use it just like this and use it in a project, kind of lay it next to another flower, and you've got a beautiful, beautiful flower and rosebud. But we're going to put this in the center of this flower. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to get my big scissors here, and I'm going to cut that tip off. I do need to put a little bit of glue in there to glue that down, because some of that wasn't stuck together there. And what I like to do is I like to make a hole down the center here. I'm just going to take these other scissors, because there's already a hole there, you guys. See that? We've got a hole. And I like to take the bud and sort of push it through. Take my pliers and I'm going to grab hold of it and kind of pull it through like this. Get it kind of tight. Like that. And then I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to put a good chunk of glue right there. I'm going to take my little spatula and I'm going to press it down. I don't want to push that too hard. I think I'm just going to kind of leave it like that. And then you can see I've got a whole bunch of glue on my little spatula. That'll just roll right off of there, wash off, and you'll be good to go for the next project. So, where is my piece of... Oh, here it is. I'm going to take a piece of my stiff felt here, and I'm going to make a circle for the back side of this. So... just like this. Try and make a circle. I'm not the best circle maker, but you know what, you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. You guys hear me say that all the time. Nothing I do is going to be perfect, for sure. And I'm okay with that. Okay. So now we've got our little piece of felt. We're just going to put that right on the back, just like that. So get a good amount of glue on there. And I'm at the end of my glue stick here, so hopefully I got enough on there. And I'm going to flip it and find center and press it on. Just like that. And you guys, we have one gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous rose. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's that one. And let's see, do we want to go ahead and do a peony flower? I think we do. Okay, so here is sort of a peony style flower. These buds are going, or these petals are going in the upward direction. And then these here, let's see if I can find them. Of course they're in the bottom of my bag. This is one that I did that has a little piece in the middle of it. A little piece of bling bling. And then this one has some stamens and a little flower in the middle of it. So those came out really cute. So let's get one of those done really quickly. These flowers are so beautiful, and I can only imagine what this would have looked like had I done it in silk. I like the satin ribbon that's the double satin that's satiny on both sides, because then both parts of the petals look pretty, especially when you're going up with the petals. Then this side's pretty and also the underside is pretty, which you're going to see both in these kind of flowers. So just remember that. So let's just take some of these. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have these pointing up this time to glue them together, but I'm going to do the same process. So I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. Okay, so I've got everything done as far as the petals are concerned. We have a small stack, a medium stack, and a large stack over here. And then I did a smaller strip than I did on the first one, and these are going to go the opposite way like I was saying. So I'm going to put my little strip over here to the side, and we're going to start with the larger pile of petals here. And again, we're going to glue these in the upward direction, so the petals are going to be coming this way. Let me move these out of the way and these out of the way. And we're just going to work on these, the larger grouping. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue there, and get my little spatula here, just like that. I'm trying to keep the strings at a minimum here, you guys. Let's see how we can do. And this time, when I'm gluing them on here, I am gluing them, of course, a little bit opposite from the way I did them. I glued the petals the same way that I did the first grouping. But the side that's getting glued together with the other petals is kind of opposite. And that's okay. It's going to work just the same. Okay, so we're just going to dot of glue, just the smallest little dot of glue, and press it on. And we're kind of going in a circle here, as you guys can see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 petals that I'm gluing together. And I used my smaller, I've got small, medium, and large sized petals that I have cut and bagged. So for this one, we are using the small petals. On the first one, we used the large ones, I believe. I don't know if they were the large or the medium. I want to say they were the large ones. I would know if I looked at the bag. I would know which one is emptier, because I did a lot of each size petals. So again, I'm trying to keep the glue strings to a minimum, but that is really rough. That's tough to do. And especially if you're working with Gorilla hot glue, which is my hot glue of choice, Strings or no strings, I like the way that Gorilla hot glue works. So it is my favorite. And again, we're making sure that all of the petals are pointing in the upward direction, you guys. And this flower, because I'm using the smaller petals, will actually be slightly smaller than the last one, than the rose that we just did. And hopefully I'm staying in view for you guys. I'm really working on it. I did notice I got out of view once or twice on that first one, but I don't think it was too terribly bad. So, and you guys, I am so sorry about that first video I put out. I can't even believe I put it out like that. I honest to goodness was in such a hurry to get it done and up that I just completely didn't notice that that it was not in camera shot. So I'm terribly sorry about that. I'm gonna use this just to curl this one up a little bit because it didn't curl real well. So I'm just gonna get the edge of this petal. If I can get the fire under it. There we go. I just wanted to get it up, going upwards a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so there's the bigger one. Now we're gonna take the one with the 7 petals. So we did 9 on the first. This is 7 petals here. And I do want to make sure this kind of goes in a circle, so I'm trying to make sure that I glue it going in the right direction with each petal. So sometimes I get it on there and I realize, okay, you're not in the right direction, so I have to fiddle with it a little bit. But we're doing pretty good with these, I think. And then again, make sure that you leave out a few extra petals in case you need to add some to the back side, or maybe even if you need to add to the middle section, wherever, you can still add those in too. Even once you've put it together, you can still add to it, you guys. There's no rule that says you can't. It's just could be a little more difficult because you got to be careful with your glue, so that you're not getting glues on your petals, on this part of the petal. So you definitely want to make sure you're not doing that, because then they really won't look good. And ask me how I know. I've done it and I've tried to make it work, and I've even tried, you know, putting heat under the glue to kind of get it to melt, and it just never completely gets it clean, or looking clean, I should say. So there we go. So there's our next size. So you can see this one's a little bit bigger than this one. You can actually see them better on the screen. So this one's a little bigger than this one. And you can see the glue in the center. Don't worry about that, you guys. That's not going to show in the end. So now we've got our smallest grouping. And we're going to just very quickly get those together. And I have 6 petals here. And then we want to make sure that when we put this together that we leave a hole in the center. We definitely like that hole because it makes it easier to put this row. And I'm going to do this one sort of like I did the center on this one, only they're going to go up. I did take one of these out to show you what you can do, but I'm not going to do that one this way, or this one that way. I want to do this with a organza center. So it's just what I want to do. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I'm kind of feeling like I think I wouldn't mind making some of these flowers one of my giveaways, because I still have the giveaways to do for my Etsy shop. I've got one set up. It's going to be a bag of embellishments, and that is right here. I've got that all ready to go. A nice big bag of all kinds of great embellishments, little lacy pieces, flowers. It's got a flower that I made in there, some butterflies, and just a whole bunch of different things that you guys can play with. I've even put a fan in there. So that's going to be an awesome, awesome prize. Okay, so let's get these last two pieces glued together here. And we will glue these three together. So we have our large, medium, and small. So you can see the difference in sizes on those. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to just go around the inside of the large one. I'm going to lay our medium one going between the petals. We want to make sure that we try to get in the middle of our petals so that it gives a fuller effect, you guys. So the more you can get in between petals, you know, between the medium and the large size one, the better it's going to come out. And you can see. The only thing about the organza and doing this video with the organza is it's a little harder to see, but boy, are these flowers just gorgeous. They come out so soft and elegant looking with the organza and very wispy. It's just kind of a wispier look when you do it with organza. So there we go. We've got all of that together and our petals are going up. So now, keeping this in upward, so the last ones we did going this way, with the petals going down for this center. And you can see the center we got for that. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. Now I have not tried this direction, so we're gonna give it a shot, you guys. We're gonna see how it comes out doing it in the other direction, with trying not to get this on my fingernails. That's the fun part. And I'm gonna pull this down a little bit on this first one because I want to give myself a tail to hold on to. So now I'm just going to start rolling to get a nice sort of a tight center like we did on the rose. And I'm trying not to get too much glue on here. I'm just going to real quick on this section right here, just this very beginning section, I'm going to try and just roll it on top of my mat. There we go. And then I'll just kind of there. Okay, that's fine. And all we've got now is just like a little center of a flower. And then let's see how this goes, you guys. We're going to give it a shot, right? And I'm going to like kind of push these a little more loosely, even from the center bit, because I want these to be a little looser than the rose was. So you can see we're getting a little more loose. And I don't know, I may not have gotten quite enough petals on here, so I may end up adding a few petals in the long run to this. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to the end of this. Because with these curling up, but see, we can kind of push those down a little bit and they split up a little. So, and we don't need a big thick one for the middle of this flower because this is a smaller flower, number one, and I don't feel like we need a big thick center. I don't think we're going to have the space for it. So we got a little bit more to go here, and although if for some reason I pop it in the center of that and it just doesn't feel like enough, I will add to this and make it a little more fluffy. But this looks really pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really, really like the way this came out. It came out very, very nice. And then I've got my little tail here. So I'm just going to take this. First I'll just use my glue stick here. Make sure that my hole is open. I'm going to pop that through the center and just pull. And this is going to be perfect, you guys. We don't need anything more on that. Holy moly. This is so pretty, you guys. Make sure that you stay and look at the photos at the end of the video, because sometimes, I'm sorry, I'm getting some glue off my fingers. Sometimes when we do it on the video, you just don't get quite as much of the detail. There we go. Now you can see it pretty good. That is gorgeous, you guys. Just kind of make sure, I'm going to take my little pliers here, and I'm going to make sure I've got this pulled through evenly on each side. I just pushed it in so that it's nice and tight in there. So that's what your pliers are really good for. And another thing that you guys can do, which works really, really well, it's like when I make my little rolled organza roses, the tiny ones with the tiny ribbon, I take the bottom piece, use my little torch, and I'm going to burn that and melt it together down in the center. And that's going to melt that organza. And it's all going to stick together, and I'm going to take my spatula and press. And look at that, you guys. It pressed it right down. Let's get you. So I just took, I'm sorry you guys, I don't know if I got off camera for that. I just took my torch and went to the middle where it was all sticking out and melted, and then pressed it down with my spatula and flattened it out. I got a couple of pieces of glue down here on the bottom, but that's not going to matter because those are not going to show. I'm just trying to clean them off a little bit. So that is a beautiful, beautiful flower. And guess what I didn't do? I didn't show you what it would have been like with that, but it would be just like this one with a little piece of bling bling in the middle. They're both equally pretty. I love them both. But for today's video, I really wanted to do the floral centers, or the petal centers, because that's kind of what the video is about, is doing a tutorial. If you don't have bling, you don't have to have bling to make beautiful flowers, you guys. Look at these. These are absolutely gorgeous. So I've got these. I'm going to show you my ribbon roses one more time. These, which I did in the downward direction. Both of these are in the downward direction. Gorgeous. And then I have some of my other ones here that I did. And then I also made this little one that's just 4 little bits of ribbon, 4 little pieces, glued together just like I showed you on the other ones, glued up with a simple little pearl center. And those are beautiful. And you guys, I'm going to be getting some other ribbon. I'm going to get some, I don't know if I got purple. I don't think I did. I didn't order any purple. I can't believe that. And then there's these. But I'm going to get different colors of organza and different colors in the satin. And we are going to do, and then this is just my simple little rosebud, which is just like the way we did this bud, only it's just the bud by itself. So it's not inside of a flower. These are more like little little tulips, and of course I put little stamens in the middles of those. Super pretty. So I will be doing one using satin ribbon. I will be doing a video on that. Here's another one. And these would be your that's nothing right there. That's a terrible one. These would be like your little peony flowers with the petals going up. So that's kind of what I would call this one. And my word, you guys, these are so pretty and so fun and so useful in your projects. I didn't even have to put any extra petals on this one. It came out perfect just the way it was. And I used the smaller petals. These were 1.5 inch petals that I cut 1.5 inches and rounded the edges and burnt them. And I used 9 on the bottom layer, 7 on the middle layer, and 6 on the top layer. And then I used, I want to say, about 12 on the strip that I made to go for the center. So, yeah. But these rolls that I buy, this is a very thick roll. Look at all that organza that I got on these rolls. I will put the link to this ribbon up so that you guys can order this yourself. I got 2 rolls of this organza, and I still have a ton left on my first roll. And then this is the second roll. And this color that I'm using here is a dusty rose or a mauve color. I think they called it dusty rose. But I'll put the link to this particular ribbon up so that if you guys want to order this color. This color I enjoy using. It's a good color for just about anything you're working on. And I enjoy using it. So, let's see. I want to look at my other bags and see which bag is sort of empty. See, these, I have some of the satin in here too. If I think I have enough, maybe I'll do one with the satin. I want to say these are the medium-sized ones. I'll do one with the satin ribbon if I can get a full one out of what I have here. I have this piece here, and I have what was in that baggie I just showed you here. So I do have some already cut, but there's not a lot in there. So, but I might be able to get one flower out of this. I think I might. This I will use to make a rose, though, like these, because it's only satin on one side. It's not double-sided. So when you're ordering the satin ribbon, you guys, I suggest strongly that you always order the double-sided satin ribbon. And at least 1.5 inches, 2 inches, you're going to get a nice big flower. These are actually, this is 2 inch. This is 2 inch satin that I did these with. So 2 inch is nice for a nice big flower. And this flower is, let's measure this real quick. This flower is 4.5 inches. So, and then this smaller one I did, and it is 3 3/4 inches around. So, and then the flower that we did, this is the rose that we did today, that's 4 inches. And the peony flower that we did is 3 1/4 inches. So, I mean, you can make them any size you want, you guys. These, let's see how big these are. These are 3 inches. And I think probably most of the ones that I already did are 3 inches. Yeah, these little ones over here are 3 inches. And then this is the one that I did, let's see. I think this is the one I did today. Is it? No. Trying to remember, you guys. I think this is the one I did today. Here, because we did it going down, and this is the one I did in the video that I messed up, but this is equally pretty. And so this is like a peony like this one, only with a rosebud center. So that's the difference between those two. Both are beautiful. So anyway, you guys, I will do a video on the satin flowers. I would like to do actually several videos on different styles of flowers. So I am going to be watching some other YouTubers and see how they do it. The thing is I will watch their videos, but I will change it up and I will do things my way, you guys. My brain works differently than other people's, and so I have to do things sort of my way. And that's the way I will teach you in my videos. But I do appreciate tips and tricks if you guys have them for me, because you may be able to tell me something that sinks in that is a different way that I can do these things. And so I do appreciate that very much. I need to put a felt piece on the back of this one that we did. Not that one. Not that one. This one. The little one that we did, this last one. So I'm going to cut real quick. We're going to cut out a piece of felt to make our little circle. And this is a smaller flower, so I don't really need a huge piece of felt. Just enough to cover that little center bit. And that should work. And yep, that's going to be perfect. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And pop it on the back. And these, you guys, make awesome corsages and lapel flowers for weddings. These are awesome, awesome ideas if you're making flowers for someone who's getting married. If your friends need, you know, or their kids need lapel pins for the guys, you can do, you could even do just some of these little rosebuds. You could even add some satin ribbon around the bottoms and do a piece, you know, going through the center, and wrap it with the floral tape or the satin ribbon and turn it into, you know, add another rosebud to it or something and turn it into a gorgeous, gorgeous lapel pin for the guys in a wedding. I mean, those are just beautiful. So anyway, you guys, that's it. thanks so much for watching this video. I apologize for the other one being so terrible. I can't even believe I put it up there, and I was horrified when I started reading the comments and realized that it was a terrible video. But I hope those of you who watched it and gave me your comments on it, I want to say, first of all, thank you so much. Please, you guys, if you see something going on in one of my videos that is just too hard for you to handle, like that was, it was too hard for me to handle, so I know it was for you guys. Please, 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 send me a message or a comment and let me know that, hey, silly, you messed up and you need to do a new video because I want to see how you did this. Well, please do. There's our little bumblebee. Please do let me know, and you know, I don't mind, you guys. I honestly don't mind hearing your comments. It helps me, and it helps me to grow as a crafter and a teacher of crafts. So in that respect, I do very much appreciate your comments and your input, and you know, your criticism is okay, but you know, you don't have to be mean. There's no reason to be mean to somebody just because you want to make a point. Just, you know, go ahead and make your comments, though. I do appreciate them so much. And all of you, please take care of yourselves. Can't take care of anybody else unless you take care of yourself first. So stay safe, stay well. Love your family. Hug them, kiss them. Tell them you love them every day if you can. And, you know, just be kind. Come on, guys, let's be kind. And I will see you in the next video. I've got a lot of videos coming up, some giveaway videos and some other things. So you guys stay tuned because I'm going to be making some really cool stuff. So get ready because here I come. Thanks a lot, you guys. God bless you all, and bye-bye. Take care. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Give this a thumbs up and a like. Or a like, isn't that the same thing? Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make some comments down below because you guys, you're really, really helping me by leaving those comments and those thumbs ups, because YouTube is putting me in front of more and more subscribers every day, only because you guys are doing those thumbs ups and those comments, and that is what helps a YouTuber to grow their channel. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for subscribing, and if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as part of our group. We've got a great crafting community here. Everybody gets along. We all give each other tips and tricks. And we're all, most of us, also members of Happy Bird's Glitter Nest. If you haven't joined her YouTube channel, please do. She's an amazing woman with amazing crafting ideas, very simplified crafting ideas, but beautiful, beautiful work. And she's also got a Facebook page called Happy Bird's Glitter Nest, and there are thousands and thousands of us that belong to that group. And you want to talk about a great group of human beings. Everybody is so kind and so generous at Happy Bird's Glitter Nest. We all help each other out, and we've made so many. I have made so many amazing friends. And I'm not talking just crafty friends and, you know, fly-by-night friends. I've made some amazing friends just through Happy Bird's Glitter Nest alone and through my channel. And I would not give those people up for the world. They're amazing, amazing people. So most crafters are. So anyway, enough of my soapbox. Thanks a lot, you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.